Mr. Rodríguez?
Estoy aquí.
Okay, señor Rodríguez, ¿ya está aquí?
Sí, aquí estoy.
Okay, that's Mr. Rodríguez' answer that he's here.
Okay, and then we can bring out Ramos Abreu.
Okay.
And Mr. Bear, you've spoken to Mr. Carice Robinson and Carl Robinson?
Yes.
All right, so we can do all those. If they're not coming out, I can do my secret thing without doing it.
Are you talking to me? I can't hear you.
No.
Okay.
Please mute your device until your name is called. Okay, 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Raeigen Evans presiding. While court's in session, there's no reading, talking, eating, sleeping. There's no walking around or driving or smoking. When your name is called, unmute your device and give the court your full attention. Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. All right, so we're recalling Roberto Ramos Abreu, ticket number P1189269. I'm sorry, ticket number P1189257, count one, failure to tarp load. He previously made admissions, but after conversation with the city attorney, the court is going to dismiss this without prejudice. So you stipulate the proper cause, Mr. Berry.
Volvieron a llamar a su caso, señor Abreu, el número SP1189257. Después de hablar con el abogado fiscal, vamos a anular o a quitar este cargo también. Usted dice, señor abogado, que así son los hechos.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Sí, así lo estipulo.
Okay. Está bien.
That is good.
It's dismissed without prejudice. You're all set, Mr. Ramos Abreu.
Entonces ya terminamos, señor Abreu. Le quitaron los cargos que como dicen, sin perjuicio. Le han quitado el cargo, este cargo. No tiene que pagar.
Muchísimas gracias. Wow. Gracias a Dios.
Thank you so much. Thank goodness.
Welcome. Squeaky wheel gets the oil.
La rueda que hace ruido, lo atienden. Así pasó con usted.
Gracias.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, muchas gracias. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Mr. Rodriguez, you can unmute yourself, *6.
Señor Rodríguez, usted por favor prenda su micrófono.
Ya yo puedo salir.
He's asking if Mr. Abreu, if he can leave. Yes, sí.
Okay, gracias.
Thank you. Okay, señor Rodríguez, van a llamar a su caso.
Okay.
All right, this is the People versus Jose Rodriguez, ticket number P1270987. Count one, no insurance misdemeanor. And count two, driver's license expired.
Este es el caso del Estado contra el señor José Rodríguez, SP1270987, cargo 1, que no tenía seguro, y cargo 2, que no tenía licencia de conducir.
Okay.
Good morning, please. Good morning,
Buenos
please. Your
días.
name for the record, starting with with interpreter Cox.
Vamos a presentarnos empezando con la intérprete. María Cox, Spanish State Qualified Interpreter.
Ms. Cox, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to interpret English to Spanish and Spanish to English to the best of your ability?
I do.
Okay, you put your hand down. Mr. Barry.
O.S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Mr. Rodriguez. Did you have Mr. Rodriguez stay his full day?
Señor Berry, representando al señor Rodríguez. Señor Rodríguez, por favor, diga su nombre completo.
Your Honor,
José Rodríguez Jesús.
yes, Your Honor, Mr. Rodriguez would avail himself of the people's offer to allow him to enter a plea to improper plates.
El señor Rodríguez quiere aceptar la oferta que le están haciendo de declararse culpable en no tener las placas apropiadas.
Sí.
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand, Mr. Rodriguez?
Señor Rodríguez, aunque no lo podemos ver, por favor, levante su mano derecha.
Ok.
¿Ok?
Or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
¿Usted jura o afirma que va a decir la verdad y nada más que la verdad?
Sí.
Yes.
You've had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Berry today in private about your case and your rights.
¿Usted ha tenido la oportunidad de hablar en privado con el abogado Berry sobre sus derechos y su caso?
Sí.
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything of value in exchange for your guilty plea?
¿Alguien lo ha amenazado, forzado o ofrecido algo de valor para que usted se declarara culpable en este caso?
No.
You're pleading of your own free will?
¿Se está declarando culpable por su propio albedrío?
Sí.
Yes.
You're pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
¿Se está declarando culpable porque en realidad usted sí es culpable?
Sí.
Yes.
And knowing that you're pleading guilty, you understand you're waiving your right to trial?
¿Y usted entiende que al declararse culpable está renunciando al derecho de tener un juicio?
Sí.
Yes.
And knowing that you're waiving your right to trial, you still wish to continue with your guilty plea?
Y sabiendo que está renunciando a su derecho de tener un juicio, aún así, ¿se quiere declarar culpable?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to direct your attention to the date of October 30th, 2021 at approximately 12:38 p.m. On that date and time, were you at or near Lafayette and Beard in the city of Detroit?
Quiero que usted se acuerde del día 30 de abril, alrededor de la medianoche, en la calle Lafayette. ¿Se acuerda usted de ese día?
Sí.
Yes.
And did you not have, were you driving a 1996 Dodge vehicle?
¿Y usted estaba manejando un carro Dodge del año 96?
Sí.
Yes.
And did you not have any insurance?
¿Y usted no tenía seguro?
No.
You're satisfied, Mr. Berry?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
¿Satisfecho, señor Berry? Dijo el abogado que sí, satisfecho.
With the admissions, will amend the charge to improper plates.
Entonces, como se ha declarado culpable, vamos a rebajar los cargos a no tener la placa apropiada.
You stipulate
Okay.
the probable cause as to the remaining count to be dismissed, Mr. Berry.
Y usted estipula que los otros cargos serán quitados o anulados, señor Berry.
I didn't hear, I didn't hear the question in English, Your Honor.
Do you stipulate the probable cause as to the remaining count to be dismissed?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Estipularon que sí van a quitar los otros cargos.
Ok, gracias.
Okay, thank you.
The remaining count is dismissed without prejudice. Will proceed to sentencing. There's going to be a $200 fine. Can you pay that by July 2nd?
Entonces vamos a proseguir con dictarle la condena. Entonces, si usted se ha declarado culpable de no tener los cargos, los otros cargos se quitan sin perjuicio. La multa será $200. Usted lo puede pagar antes. I'm sorry, Your Honor, what is that day? July.
Second,
Lo puede pagar antes del 2 de julio.
Perdón, una pregunta. ¿No los puedo pagar ahorita?
Can I pay them now?
later on today, you can pay it, yes.
Un poquito más tarde, después de hoy, sí los puede pagar, sí.
¿Por línea o tendría que ir al edificio?
Can I pay online or do I have to go to the courthouse?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he said tonight. Yes, he can pay it online.
Sí, lo puede pagar por el internet o en persona.
Oh, ok, gracias.
Okay, thank you.
So he can pay it by, you can pay it by July 2nd?
Pero lo puede pagar antes del 2 de julio.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you're all set. Good luck to you.
Entonces ya terminamos. Buena suerte a usted.
Perdón, una pregunta. ¿Cómo le hago para pagarlo en línea?
Oh, just a
¿Cómo me
question.
meto?
How do I pay online? Where do I go online?
You can pay it online, or he can also call this phone number. Does he have a pen and paper?
Usted puede pagarlo por la página web de la Corte del 36 Distrito o la jueza le puede dar un teléfono donde puede llamar. ¿Tiene con qué apuntarlo?
Sí.
Yes.
855
855
798
Sí.
798
1547.
I'm sorry, repeat those last four numbers, Your Honor.
1547.
1547. 1547.
Ok, ya lo tengo. Muchas gracias.
Okay, I have it. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. He can call that number to pay online. I mean, to pay over the phone.
También puede llamar ese número para pagar por teléfono.
Ok, lo puedo pagar hoy, ¿verdad? Hoy mismo.
I can pay today.
Yes, later on though. Wait till this afternoon.
Sí, pero por esta tarde. Tiene que esperar por lo menos hasta esta tarde.
Ok, muchas gracias.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Good luck.
Buena suerte.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Okay, Carice Robinson, you can turn your video on. You're all set, Mr. Rodriguez.
Ya se puede ir, señor Rodríguez.
Gone. All right, this is the people versus, wait, Ms. Coxu, are you on another case as well?
Well, waiting for Almical Robledo Ortiz, but I think so far he has not shown us what I understand, so I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Should we keep her or?
Like he hasn't checked in. I thought he had checked in. I highlighted him, so he hasn't.
He, Your Honor, he did
Yes.
check in, but I don't.
I can wait. I can certainly wait.
Okay. All right. All right, Mr. Robinson, this is the people versus Carice Robinson, ticket number P1266719, count one, drive with revoked license. Good morning, please state your names for the record, starting with, wait a minute, what happened to Mr. Barrett?
Judge, he has left the meeting.
Looks like he has, the meeting's not locked, is it?
Nope, it's not.
All right, hold on, Mr. Robinson, you gotta wait for your lawyer to come back.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
We need to get about that. Oh, that was the motion hearing. That Ortiz, yeah.
Ms. Medina, is she still- I think she might have her-
And you know what, Your Honor, I do believe Mr. Ortiz is with his counsel. I do believe.
Yeah, she is. She is. Were you guys ready on that, Ms. Horn?
And Madam Interpreter, Mr. Ortiz is in room 5 with his counsel.
Stop bringing Ms.
Okay, Darnell,
Yes,
you could bring those other people, 3 people out and put them in the breakout room while we got this today.
I sure will. Okay, Ms. Regains, Mr. Robinson, and Ms. Rhodes, I'm going to place you in the breakout room and be patient. Attorney will be in there to speak with you regarding your matter shortly, okay? Do not leave that breakout room. Do not, if your phones ring, do not answer your phones to they'll kick you out the breakout room.
Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Regains, I'm gonna put you in breakout room number 1.
Okay.
Mr. Deontay Robinson, I'm gonna put you in breakout room number. And Ms. Rhodes,
Yes.
I'm gonna put you in breakout. Hold on. I'm gonna put you in breakout room number 6.
6.
Yes,
Thank you.
welcome. Now let me bring in Mr. Berry. Hopefully, oh no.
Welcome back. Can you hear us?
Okay,
Okay, are you ready, Mr. Berry? Your video.
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, so we're doing Carice Robinson. This is the People versus Carice Robinson, ticket number P1266719. Count 1, drive with revoked license. Good morning. Please say your name for the record, starting with Attorney Berry.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Robinson.
Carice Robinson.
Your Honor, Mr. Robinson requires a bench trial in this matter.
Mr. Robinson, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
You can put your hand down, sir. You understand you do have the right to a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything of value to waive your right to the jury trial?
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
And you understand that by having a bench trial, the court will be the fact finder?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
So the court is going to continue your not guilty plea and set it for a bench trial on July 8th at 9 o'clock. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, you are all set. I appreciate you dressing up for court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
You said July 7th?
July 8th.
July 8th. Thank you. Sorry about that.
It's okay. At 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're all set.
Okay.
Carl Robinson, you can turn your video on and unmute yourself. Okay, this is the People versus Carl Robinson, ticket number P1279699. Count 1, loiter in place of illegal occupation with intent to engage. Good morning. Please state your name for the record, starting with Attorney Berry.
Elwood S. Berry Jr., Your Honor. Your Honor, I've not spoken to this Carl Robinson.
You have not spoken to him?
I have not, and I do not have an offer for him.
The offer is a delayed 6-month sentence.
Oh, okay.
So
And the charge is operating.
Loiter in place of illegal occupation with intent to engage.
Okay.
So, Mr. Robinson, a delayed sentence means that you have 6 months, you're likely to be given a fine, and you have 6 months to pay that. Once you pay it, this will be dismissed. Did you want to take advantage of that?
Your Honor, I'm sorry, but for some reason, I can barely hear anything you're saying. It must be a problem with my microphone, but I have everything turned all the way up. I was having the same problem with the court reporter.
Let me ask you this. Can you hear me now?
Barely.
Okay, well,
I can't hear you.
Okay, so the offer is a 6-month delayed sentence. It's a 6-month delayed sentence. That's the offer. And that means that if you'll likely be given a fine, if you pay that fine, this will be dismissed off your record. Do you want to take advantage of that, or do you want to go to trial?
No, I'll just pay the fine.
Okay. You okay? You ready to proceed, Mr. Berry?
Ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Okay, this is the People versus Carl Robinson Jr., ticket number P1279699. Count one, loiter in place of illegal occupation with intent to engage. Good morning. Please state your name for the record, starting with Attorney Berry.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Mr. Robinson. State your full name, Mr. Robinson.
Carl Mandel Robinson Jr.
Your Honor, Mr. Robinson would avail himself of the offer to enter a guilty plea as charged on the basis of a 6-month delayed sentence.
Can you raise your right hand, Mr. Robinson? Do you swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. You've had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Berry today in private about your case and your rights.
Who is Mr. Berry?
We've discussed this case on the record, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson, we've discussed this case and your rights on the record, correct?
Okay. You check when you advise me on my right. Okay,
right.
Yes.
Right. Everyone's been present. The court has been present, your attorney's been present, and it looks like the city attorney is present. And we've discussed this case and your rights on the record. Is that correct?
Oh, yes.
Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything to waive your, to plead guilty?
No.
You're pleading of your own free will?
Yes.
You're pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes.
You understand that by pleading guilty, you're waiving your right to trial?
Yes.
And knowing that you're waiving your right to trial, you still wish to continue with your guilty plea?
Yes.
I'm going to direct your attention to the date of March 8, 2022 at around 3:02 p.m. On that date and time, were you at or near the location of Finkel in Kentucky in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And did you loiter in a place of illegal occupation with the intent to engage?
Yes.
You're satisfied, Mr. Berry?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
I'm also satisfied. Mr. Robinson, there's going to be a fine of $200. You got till November 25th to pay that. Once you pay it, this will be dismissed.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
And
You're
now,
all set?
excuse me, Your Honor, and also I believe Mr. Robinson can't pick up any more citations or get in trouble during the 6 months delayed sentence.
That is correct, Mr. Robinson. So no further police contact, no more citations, nothing like that. So if you get in trouble again and you come to court, then this will stay on your record.
Okay. So will I be given the information on how to pay, how to pay the ticket?
You can pay online, or I can give you a phone number, or there's kiosks around the city that you can pay, or you can come down to court.
I can go online to what, 36th District Court?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and just look for my ticket number or whatever?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. If you don't
And
pay it, then you're gonna have to come back on November 25th at 8:35.
You say if I don't pay it?
Yes, that's your next court date. November 25th at 8:35 is your next court date.
Even if I pay the fine?
If you don't pay it, then no, you don't have to come.
But if I do pay it, then I come November 25th.
If you don't pay it, then you come.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So as long as I pay the fine, I don't have no more court dates.
You're out, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Any other questions?
No, that's it.
You're all set, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Darnell,
Yes.
is that it?
Yeah.
We can go.